Verse 33, so the disciples said to one another, has anyone brought him something to eat? Again, right? They're not saying to Jesus, they're not asking Jesus, oh, Jesus, did someone bring you some food that we don't know about? No, they're asking each other. Again, the opposite of the Samaritan woman who wasn't afraid, although she had this no moral stance, she asked questions. They were not, they were afraid. They were afraid to ask of their rabbi. Verse 34, Jesus said to them, my food is to do the will of him who sent me and to accomplish his work. Right, this is my food. To do the will of him who sent me and to accomplish his work. This is not about food, eating. It's not about drinking. This is about doing the will of the one who sent me. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Again, Jesus did eat, he did drink, he did sleep, he did all of these things. But the Father was the priority, the only priority. All these other things were just necessities. The Father was the priority. Everything he did was because of the Father. Everything he said, everything he did was not different levels of level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4 like the Christians in Russia teach us, but just one level, doing the will of my Father. That's all. In this case, the will of the Father was to speak to this woman so that ultimately all this could happen. So that ultimately, because of this, John can write about it. So that ultimately, when John writes to his religious leaders about this, they can be shown the difference between themselves and the Samaritan woman. In a certain sense, reverse psychology, okay, being shamed into the kingdom, at least to think about it. Okay, this is what they're getting at. Okay, this is why all these things perfectly fits in. This is what Jesus is trying to achieve, to do the will, to accomplish the work of him who sent him. Verse 35. Do you not say there are yet 4 months, then comes the harvest? Look, I tell you, lift up your eyes and see that the fields are white for harvest. Okay, so it's like, you're speaking about the harvest. You say, okay, the time is coming. There's 4 months. We need to, we know when there's things we need to get ready when that. We can't just sit on our backs and do nothing. We need to be ready for this, okay? We need to get ready for the harvest. 4 months, yes, long time. Sharpen everything, get everything ready. We can't wait till the last day. Now, maybe when here, Jesus just imagined, maybe the fields are white for harvest. Maybe at that stage, here, this woman with the Samaritans, they were coming. I mean, most likely the men of the village would have been in the front, for sure, not following her, right? No, they would not have done that. She would not have led them. So they're coming, you know. I mean, I can imagine Jesus showing, like, look here, they're coming. The fields are white, right for harvest.